Friday. Y'all made it through the week. Yay! Thank you to you guys who met me. Caught up with me last night during my live feed. I go on live every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central. Again, if that time doesn't work for y'all, there's a better time for you guys to catch my live feeds. Let me know below. I'd be more than happy to find a new time that works better off for people who are subscribed to me. Just because, my whole point in doing this is to be able to, build a supportive community of people who has similar interests. I started my video for my spread out box. It's almost done. I wanted to have that up today, but it's just not going to happen. Because I have to be able to try on the clothes and take pictures, and I need somebody around to take pictures of me. So, one of those things, I just can't pose and snap. It just doesn't work. Not and get a full outfit or something like that. And it's actually my preferred way of buying some clothes that are too small for me, or about the right size for me. Everything I ordered is close to fitting or should fit right now. Because I'm finding a lot of my clothes are actually getting too big. Which is okay. It's great. I knew it was going to happen. That was part of the deal of losing weight. But I don't want to go out and buy, $500, $600 outfits, a closet full of clothes, only to lose more weight and it get too big. So I find ThredUp is a really good resource for that, to get a few things so that I have stuff for the transition periods. With what I got on ThredUp, I think it'll probably be, let's see. I started out in pants size 30, torrid size 5, 5'6". I would wear 3X tops if they were too small. The shirt I have on right now is actually almost fitting now. It's got a couple places I don't like it. I wouldn't wear this out in public right now. And it's cut off here for a reason. It's a little tight in this area. I'm not a big fan of those kind of clothes. So this one probably is something I'm going to probably hang up for maybe later, when I lose a little bit more weight. But it fits basically. And so I'm trying, after my gray shirt the other day that I really was excited to wear and now is too big and now is moved to pajama clothes, because it's just way too low cut and stuff, as it is. I'm starting to grab stuff out of my closet every day that may or may not fit. Because I know when last time I wore it was a little bit small or smaller, a little bit tighter than what I would want it. So I'm just I'm using that as oh, okay, maybe this fits me now and try it. Oh, nope, keep that for a little bit longer. So this one I'll probably put in the 2X box that I have in the closet because it says it's a 3X, but there's no way. This is definitely a small cut shirt. The biggest thing I have issues with 3X tops is my chest, even though I've lost weight lower and the bottom part is fits more than perfectly. My chest generally puts me up a size larger than what I would normally be in tops. So it's whatever. But yeah, so that's just a fact of losing weight. Sometimes stuff starts to fit. And I'm trying not to miss out on opportunities to wear clothes that I already own, that I got that might have been too tight. That kind of thing. And let's see. We're going to be finishing up. I discussed it in my live yesterday, but it looks like it's going to be almost a year before we can go back and do foster care. If we decide to go back, we have to take another class again, the same class we've already taken basically, to get our home study done. And since our agency doesn't feel like giving up our home study, even though they're supposed to legally, our options are take the class again and get recertified that way, or don't do it. So for right now, because we're trying to decide if we're going to take the class in May, and we've got a couple weeks to make that decision, we're moving what the crib and stuff that was put into that room that I have as a recording area. We're moving that out into the room that has the beds for foster care until we make a decision, or until we get closer to the point where they would be coming to do our home visits for our home studies. Just to give me a little more area for recording, a couple different options to record at, one where I can record with a camera versus my laptop, and things like that. Just, the basics. So we're putting up a wall. Okay, that sounds horrible. There's already a wall there, but we're actually putting adhesive wood flooring on the wall, in a herringbone pattern, just as like an accent wall. The room's all painted except for the one wall that we're doing the accent wall on. So we're going to start doing that tonight when he gets home, which should be fun. Maybe I'll video record it. I don't know. But overall, I mean, it's just something that we feel like we need to do, and something that is important to us to have the room look nice before we start recording in there. And I'm hoping that by Monday, the recording will be out of there. And so you'll have a different perspective, a different place that I can sit and talk to you. It'll give you a little more wiggle room as far as like having more room to do some of my exercise videos with you guys, and that kind of thing, because that same room would work for doing my workout as well. Right now I'm doing it in a small section of my living room, and it's really not conducive to setting up a camera to record and that kind of thing. There's enough room for me to work out, and that's about it. So, yeah. So needless to say, I'm just working my butt off and trying to keep my eyes on going forward. And I had someone message me after my live video last night and ask me, hey, quick question, because they asked, well, if you were to win the Positive Softball Challenge, what would you do? And I was honest. I said one of the first things I would do is get my teeth fixed. Part of not taking care of myself for the last 20 plus years has been that I haven't been able to find a dentist that can work with my conditions. I have PTSD, and part of that issue is that a number of years ago, I had a filling filled under general anesthesia, like laughing gas kind of thing. And when I was coming out of the gas, I realized my dentist was being inappropriate. And because I've also been raped, that is something that I don't deal with very easily. So when the dentist, they have to do some work or whatever, and they're going to need to use gas or something, I get very nervous. Now, since then, I have been to two dentists that have set me up to do some work on my teeth. The first one gave me Valium, which apparently me on Valium is like giving somebody 20 energy drinks. And Taylor can verify this. She always makes fun of how I act on Valium, because apparently Valium does the exact opposite of relax me. I was shaking and freaking out so bad, they would not even touch me. So when doctor's like, oh, let me give you Valium, I'm like, don't bother. It doesn't work. The only thing you do is make this whole situation worse. So yeah, so there's, no way I could do that on Valium. So I had to send me home. They tried to find another option. They had suggested at that point that I get an IV sedation, but they wanted $1,500 for IV sedation at that time. And that was like, I don't have this money. Like, single mom here, can't do it, that kind of thing. And then after we moved to Alabama from Illinois, and my husband was like, well, maybe you should try this other dentist. We hear they're really good. So I went in. The first visit was great. I did okay. They convinced me that, they would have the nurse in the room so that before I would close my eyes, open my eyes, she would be there. She would not leave any time while I was sedated, just for protection for me and for the doctor, obviously, because I'm sure people make false claims all the time. Back when I said something to somebody, I was told it wasn't true. He was a good doctor. He wouldn't do something like that. Blah, blah, blah. He did. It's whatever. Never went back. But this doctor convinced me. He was sure that the gas they had would, do something. So they gave me the gas, and it did nothing to me. Nothing. Like, they're like, well, you're feeling it? I'm like, I don't think so. So they turned up the gas. They put in more gas so they got to the level they, could. And it didn't affect me at all. And I was like, let's just try to do this anyway. I'll just try to get through it. And I was shaking so bad. They're like, I can't do this to you. They were like, we are so afraid you're going to have a heart attack, or probably part of that's because I'm fat, and they assume I have high blood pressure, which I don't. But anyhow, they were like, you're either going to have a heart attack, you're going to have some sort of episode. We're too afraid to have a seizure or something from the stress. And so they wouldn't do it either. So I have to have the money for the anesthesia, because even though I've diagnosed PTSD, that is not considered a reason for anesthesia for the dental coverage. To have something that wouldn't require anesthesia. And even then, they only cover 50%. So, I have to get the money together for whatever oral work. The last time I had it was about 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I had the thing done. The oral work was going to come to about $2,500 out of pocket, which I definitely do not have. Our dishwasher is broken. Our microwave or stove is broken. Like, we have things in the house that we actually need to repair. Right now, I mean, granted, I know lots of people hand wash. We have no problem hand washing, but it is nice for me to have a dishwasher because with my back, I can't stand at a sink and wash dishes for any length of time. And when my back starts to hurt and I have to sit down, by the time I can get back up, the water's cold. I have to re-run water, and it's just different stupid things that just overall, we need a new dishwasher. We need a new fridge. Our fridge keeps leaking. Like, there's so many things we need. That's basically, that's what I would do. I would expand the kitchen because that needs to be expanded. We need a new roof on our house. We need a new dishwasher. We need a new microwave. We need a new fridge. And then, of course, that going to the dental work stuff. And I know it's nowhere near all of the money that would be needed for doing, I would win, and that would be great. I mean, because that would also allow me to get a car so that I maybe could get a job as I lose weight. Because I do fully expect to be able to, at some point, I mean, if I have a job where I can mostly sit and just have to walk, go pick up paper, and sit back down, as long as it's a short distance for right now. And I probably could do more than what I think I can at this point, but I don't want to guarantee an employer I can and then find out I can't. I feel like that's disingenuous. But I mean, I would love to get my teeth fixed. I would love to, this sounds crazy, but I would love to have someone teach me how to do my hair. The reason my hair most of the time is up, unless I'm like just post shower and I need to let my hair down to dry. Like growing up, I was never taught how to do my hair. Like my grandmother didn't have a clue how to do my hair. She used to keep my hair pretty short because, it was easier for her to handle. And then when I got older, it was the big bangs that were popular in school. The ones that stood up like here. Like mine was curled, but even then I really didn't do that often. I usually curled them under. But I never got taught how to do my hair, and I would love to hire somebody to teach me how to do my hair, how to do my makeup. I've spent most of my life, because I had kids, not being able to do my makeup. Like, and my daughter tried to teach me, but it was just so overwhelming. I just couldn't figure it out. But I would love to teach somebody to have somebody teach me exactly how to do my makeup. I'm not talking about having some Mary Kay person come over, because their makeup style doesn't do like contouring and all that stuff. And but I'd love to have like an actual makeup artist come over a couple times and really teach me how to do makeup for when I go somewhere I want to wear makeup. Like, that'd be great. I have tons of makeup. I honestly barely know how to use it. I know how to put on foundation, put on mascara, throw some eyeshadow in the middle of my eyelid, and put on some lipstick and some blush. That's it. That's what I know how to do. So there's a lot of things I would like to do for myself to make it so that I could get a job where I could wear, nice makeup and not look like, I don't know, whatever it is I look like with makeup on. And I know it's a stupid thing, but a lot of you guys know how to do your makeup, and it seems like something silly. But for me, knowing how to do different hairstyles and knowing how to do my makeup, and that's all stuff that's going to help me feel more confident. And all these things are minimal in cost. But today at 3 p.m. Central, I'm buying Monster X tickets for Atlanta. I'm pretty excited about that. And in general, I'm just excited to hopefully be able to say that I'm going to see Monster X for my birthday. I will discuss that tomorrow, whether I got them or not. Last day sold out in 3 minutes. I didn't get tickets. That was really disappointing. But yeah, so needless to say, I think part of the delay is we had kind of discussed whether or not we'd be able to take kids before August for doing foster care. So back to that topic. I know I bounced around. Yeah. So I mean, that's just the things I would do, and that's where I'm at. And I really hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. And again, I don't post on Sunday because that's family day. Have a great day. Bye.